Hi everyone, I hope you've been doing well. Hey, so today, as you would have seen in the title itself, I just want to talk about how to design your life, starting with the mission statement. If you look at most of the successful businesses, or even people, actually, if I might add, is they are successful because they're very clear about what their why is. And that's why, for me, I think if this sort of approach works for a business, why would it not work for a person? And hence the need to start with a personal mission statement. I think a mission statement will sort of guide you. What it will do is it creates guardrails around how you operate in your life, and what you feed and what you choose not to feed. But before I actually go further, let me explain what a mission statement is. So, a mission statement is a statement that defines your values, who you are, and how you define your success. So, a lot of times you would have seen, as people, we make plans, even New Year, we have New Year's resolution, and you wonder 3 months in now, so you don't care anymore. And the reality is, a lot of times you do not care because your reasons or your goals are not coming from a place of who you actually are and who you want to be. So that's why I'm saying, for me, start with your mission statement. What is your why? It does not have to be an intense what's my purpose in life type of approach to it. You can actually approach it the way I did it. For me, how I approached it is, what am I drawn to? What are the common themes in my life? And those themes would be obviously what I define as my values. And one of the themes, or like, I'll tell you a couple of the themes. So one of the themes was growth. So I'm that person. I want to grow in any space that I'm in. I want to grow. I literally feel like if I'm not growing, I'm regressing, like I'm taking step backs. So that I saw with my in work. Like at work, I'd get bored after a year or two, and when I'm comfortable with my work, I'm like, okay, what's next? What other projects can I do? That showed that I grow. In my personal lives, I want to be doing things like, if I'm, for example, busy with a building project, I want to see it progress. And that for me is what showed me that actually one of your core values or themes in your life where you are most happiest is when you are seeing progress in your life. And progress is not always tangible. Particularly if you're learning something new, it's not something that you can touch immediately, but you are better off like than you were yesterday, because as an example, you learn something new. And the other thing was family. And with the family, I'm not sure if that came from how we were raised, because growing up, we were very tight, like with our cousins, with my aunts, with my uncles. Family is not just me, my sister, or me and my husband and my child. It's always been like my relate, like what most people would say they're relatives, but for me they are family. Like even my close friends, I consider them to be family, because every time sort of I hang out with them, I feel fed, which for me said family and maintaining my relationships with family is actually also one of my core goals. The other one would have to be adventures. Oh, okay, guys. I like things in English. I like exploring. I would and by exploring, it's different things. Sometimes it's travel. Sometimes it's just actually Gold Reef City, just as simple as Gold Reef City. There's something about newness for me that makes me feel like, oh, at least my life is not just routine. I am incorporating some things that help me grow. But all of these came from self introspection. Like I had to dig deep and see, Cindy, okay, you have themes. Some of the themes you obviously don't like in your life, but they're there. And unless you deal with them, you have to acknowledge them as part of your truth at that time. So obviously, having gone through that, I was like, the themes for me that I know I definitely want to continue to feed is the growth, is the adventures, is family, and also saving. I'm that person, and anyone that knows me will know when I learn a new thing, everyone in my space or in my group, in my circle, will also know about it. So obviously, for me, that said, saving is also one of the things that are important to you. So that's how I sort of defined for me the themes that are important. And obviously, after having all those themes, it brought me back to what statement does all these four things actually say about myself. And the conclusion then was, for me, my personal mission statement is to live life to the fullest, and serve people by sharing all that I know so that I can die empty. But please bear with me and understand that I didn't get to this point in a day or even in a month. For me, I understood the personal mission statement concept probably 5 years ago, but I only managed to get to a statement that resonated with me, I think, in the last 3 years. So please also be patient with yourself. So be patient with yourself, but allow yourself to do the work and see what themes are in my life and which ones am I actually fine even if I don't do them. So as an example, I just told you, for me, I have 4 values. Sometimes I focus a lot on growth and I might neglect family. Obviously, I'll have my individual family, but maybe let's say I'm busy at work. I might neglect family. I might also maybe be saving, and saving also happens in the workspace. I do see an imbalance in my life because I'll be like, I'm happy, but I miss hanging out with the family because they feed me in some way, they pour into me. So, in your case, if maybe you are not doing some of the themes that you think are important in your life, but you still don't feel the emptiness, then that means it's not really your theme. Sometimes we pick other people's things and think they are ours. But when you don't feel an emptiness or a void, if you are not participating in that value, then it is not yours and you can go back to the drawing board and redo it. I hope this helps. Please don't put too much pressure on yourself. It will come to you, but unfortunately, it doesn't just come naturally. You do have to do the work. So I hope this helped. Until next time, bye, family.